Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bazaar. It is Dooley Day here today. So we're gonna go to see what we can do, and what can we do as Dooley this patch? Well, not much. It feels like Dooley is generally relegated to drill, maybe flamethrower, or high roll out of your mind with something else. Seems to be the general gist. I think that we can have some fun with the core. It's like very flexible, very general. Duct tape being removed from Dooley's kit is such a massive penalty to armored core. But I'm also kind of curious if we can just make it work. I'm going to try. Silver tier skill or a gold tier item. Huh. That's kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting. Adjacent items have their cooldowns reduced by 12%. I mean, we don't have anything to give to TFM. None of this is not a toy. We go to JJ. We could get a small weapon, obviously, but okay. Oh, God. I like what I see here, asterisk. Okay, let's think. Do I want to sell something? No. I just realized I can't. I actually wouldn't mind playing those, and I really wouldn't mind getting a duct tape. 1 in 3 chance. 1 in 3 chance for you to give me back my item, common core. Not common Dooley, or whatever, Dooley core. Please. Please, oh please. That being said, Thruster start is kind of nice. Like, that's a pretty good start. I'm happy with that. Like, there are some hits, there are some misses. Dooley obviously gets the core in general, so, like, there's already that. But, like, you know. It's nice to get a little win. Especially for Dooley right now. Because I think early game you can't play drill, but Dooley doesn't have... It's not that he doesn't have issues early game, because he does, because Vanessa is a lot. R.I.P. No duct tape. We do not get our own item now. That being said, I do feel like we could just win off of this. I'm going to press middle to see if we can set up a potential win condition. In, maybe not now, but like in the next moment. There's obviously power drill. We might, I'm going to be honest, we might have to just like do the thing and go for the drill in the end game. Like I do think Dooley has quite a bit of problems there. Welding helmet is maybe a better thing to do for day 1. It gives us scaling. We get the 10 shield on it. Yeah, we could do that, or we could go for the extra 20 heal on Aiden. I think, like, let's think about what is most prevalent. It's going to be generally weapon Vanessas. Okay, that's the name of a weapons Vanessa if I've ever seen one, right? But it is also early enough in the run that even if they want to be weapons Vanessa, they might not be weapons Vanessa. In fact... Oh, Pogger Sky for its money. You've tickled me. You've tickled me with this board. Oh my god. Okay. Guys, I think we might win this one. This is a Vanessa that I think we can beat. But honestly, I'm still waiting for a surprise 1,000 damage to come out of, you know, from the shadows and take me down. But I think we are A-okay. Is there like a burn armor comp? Is that a thing? There's a handful of items that seem like they're alluding to being a thing. Like armor plus burn equals something, but in action, I'm not so sure. We could get some regen at the jungle ruins. We could get a scrap. Let's try and find an actual... Whoa!
I can feel our energies resonating.
That's a good item. That's a very good item. Okay. That is a very, very, very good item. Come on, we can do better. I want to try. I want to try, and I think that that actually could be a helpful way to do it. We could do this. We could do that. I will want to play the thrusters. But let's check the mountain pass. We've got, okay, Dabbling Apprentice. Honestly, we should actually be fine either way, I think. I don't really want to put down the thrusters for the self-burn. Because especially if they crit with the bottled lightning, I think we're really screwed. We might be screwed anyways, but we sort of just need to survive this burst. If they crit, we got a problem. Okay, good. So now we are just sitting here until they're at half health, and then they reload. Which hopefully should be when the storm is ticking down everything anyway. So this is kind of perfect. Vial of Blood would be great. We're already going to get a guaranteed level 3 today, which is great. Bigger board for Dooley is a big deal. So, like, the fact that we... Huh. I'm going to take that. That could be useful. That tilted me. we can hit level 3. But yeah, the fact that you can't hit level 2 on day 1 is kind of a nerf to Dooley, I would say. Like, there being... It being a harder time to get to your widest board state is a nerf to Dooley's early game a bit. The fact that you can reliably get the core up to silver really quickly, though, I'd say is a buff to Dooley's early game. So it's like, it's a little bit of A, a little bit of B. But the real problem with Dooley this patch, I would say, like, Isocoric is great. It's an amazing, probably too strong item. However, Dooley's got nothing else, and it's not a build. Isocoric is not a build, it is a disruption tool while you do something else. Power Drill is a build. I have the Metronome already. We might just end up there, I'll be honest. But, I don't know. We got to figure out how to survive early. I feel like TFM for a little bit of XP is not bad. And then we still have a moment to find items. Bronze. That's a good item, too. It's a nice, fast item. Yeah, I feel like I like this completely fine. We don't have B1, B2. We could go to Strange Mushroom. JJ, wow me.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
I'm going to get that.
Make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
We could do, like, Induction Aegis like that. That's actually pretty good. Because we have 2 things that can actually apply burn now. This is going to bite me in the butt when we immediately get B1, B2 in the next day, but whatever. It'll at least increase my chances a little bit of getting this win here. Okay. Isa Dooley. I want to play my thrusters, but... it is a bit awkward. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because then we can speed up the, we'll be speeding up the core and the thing that's going to be applying the burn. Oh, God. Oh. That's a lot. I think we're maybe fine, though, because they also are... they're ramping their own thrusters. The issue is I'm also going for some thrusters action here, too, but... yeah, we win this. I mean, yeah, okay. That is quite the mirror-ish thing. Fiery is kind of nuts. Fall below 50%. I don't know how to use this. Atomic Clock is something. We could go for Micro Dave. Could fish for Micro Dave. That's kind of interesting. we might run into a situation where we want Chris. Soldering gun is very good. Lost crates. We could dupe something. Is there anything we want to dupe? Aiden. I'd dupe an Aiden. I'd dupe an Uzi. We can't get this one. So we could dupe an Uzi. I mean, we could really play for the long con and try and dupe a freaking metronome. I'm not duping this. I can't dupe that. I don't think I want to dupe an induction Aegis, but I guess I could. I don't know. This looks honestly pretty good for the early game, but we will have to find a plan to pivot into late with this. And I think that the answer is drill. I really do. It as much as it pains me to admit. Go for a bronze tier item. I think nah. We have a decent chance of just finding an upgrade to fiery, so I don't really want to do that.
Next time, I might surprise you.
Okay. Aiden, Barbara Wire. Okay. And I feel like we always have to push for the mountain pass. Like,
You see this ridge?
Time to Tinker could be fun. I feel like we could maybe play Armadillo. If we got Time to Tinker with a metronome, it's like a really weird duct tape. Could we could possibly play Solar Farm, since we have the thrusters especially.
Now this is health food.
Juice it. It's a Vanesser. We're not going to be playing that. I just want the extra help here. They've won both of their first games. Obviously, I have two. I have good shielding, and if they won their first two games, that leads me to believe they're weapons. Oh, they are just straight up already powder flask double barrel. And they stole my duct tape. That's not fair, man. I'm actually fine in this matchup in general, I think. The thing that actually bothers me is the catfish. Which, I guess, makes me glad we went for the first aid in there. God, the lifesteal is nuts. We're out of Uzi, but we have Barbara Wire doing some work, too. Okay. Dang, man. 78 burn. Because of the metronome and everything there. An early metronome is a huge deal for Uzi. For Uzi? For Dooley. I mean, let's be honest. For Uzi. It is also. We have Chris. But no real reason to... I mean, I could just get some HP so we could try and survive the early burst. I think that that is logical. Let's go to JJ.
Rough it 10.
That's interesting. That's very Ooh, that's very interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. For a shield core, barbed wire is quite good. I want both, but
Enjoy your purchase.
I can't have both. Unless I sell Uzi. Because I'm not selling Induction Aegis. It's just working super well with the Fiery. This is not enough. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to get rid of the Uzi. 2-second cool. That is so useful. Out. Out. Out.
If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Gold Aiden by a gold thrusters. Also extremely good. Okay, well. We'll take Deadly Eye.
I'm proud of you.
I mean, Haste Pot's good. Hellbilly has a diamond scrap, though, which would be so good on, I guess, like the welding helmet. I just feel like this doubling in value and this getting the extra haste second and the extra heal, which covers up one of my biggest blind spots, which is what if they're sneaking behind my shield? It feels like it's important, and hopefully we could just find another Uzi. The rarity doesn't matter. Textiles. Very interesting, actually. One moment. All right, well, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. We kind of have to take that, don't we? That is a shielded power drill on an armored core run where we already have metronome? I feel like we could find a way to make that useful. So the question is, what do we ditch? Like, textiles, I like it. Heal equal to your shield. That just feels so logical. But then it's like, what do we do with this? I don't know, man. Maybe we ditch the Barbara. That feels bad, but this is really strong. This is really strong. Heal equal to your shield solves our one huge problem. Oh, God, I hate it. But that is a shielded power drill. I have to think about how to use that. And we will click this. And we will juice up. God, am I more likely to keep the induction Aegis? Perhaps, but this is a lot faster. Yeah. Trust. So now we have a 4-second counter to poison, which is great. I don't know what I'm looking at, and that usually means it's a win. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like the Ganjo of it all, you know? Kind of got a little bit of a Ganjo moment going. We should have definitely swapped these. That is a mistake. So they do have a silver switchblade submarine. What am I looking at, though? It's just a board of stuff. It's just a board of stuff. They have right-handed. I guess I don't know why these aren't swap places. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The same reason that these aren't swap places, because I made a mistake. So the fun thing is this can be an econ pick.
Where shall we start?
This can just be an econ pick, or I can roll once. Huh.
Magnificent find.
Silver tool item. This could be soldering gun. And it is. Okay. So we have a tool. We have a friends. Let me just think here for a second. I don't know. I'm tied to this thrusters, but we don't need to be. Let's click the mountain pass. Let's think about this. Something like that. I feel like, well, I mean, especially for Gorgon Noble. Like, it doesn't matter. We don't need this on the right. We don't have an ignition core. So, that's kind of, I guess that's kind of freeing, isn't it? In that way. Have got just a bunch of nice, fast stuff over here. I feel like we could definitely consider dropping this and this for a solar farm. I think we could genuinely think about it. Let's live a little. We already did that. Give me an augmented defense, please. It's just so good. It's the augmented weaponry of this run. I still have a bronze core. That is crazy. As far as level ups go, I think we actually just do the core. It's that or skills, and I'm going to go for the core so we can get 15 shield on the right. I want to have a reason to play the core in the... Ooh. I want to have a reason to play the core in the late game. I've been wanting to drop my core in like every single run this patch. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the goal is sustain. Burning it's inevitable scaling as long as you have, like, a little bit. A little bit. That's huge. I'm just gonna click this button and then click this button. It is a pig. It's a pig. Oh. Well, they're probably trying to force Fixer-Upper. But thankfully, we caught them before Enchant Day. What am I saying? It's how do I know? The bad news is they do have weights to ramp this yo-yo, but I think that we just ramp way better than they're gonna ramp. We don't have any ramping burn. If I could get con flag, whenever you use a burn item, it gains a burn. That would be great. Or, better yet, give me the dragon skill. Whenever you use a medium item, a burn item gains 15 burn. How about that? That'd be great. I beat Fixer-Upper Pog. Okay. So this is eating my into my Grandmaster pool, this stuff. I don't know. Because, like, here's the thing. Augmented defense is fiery. Both of those are amazing hits if we get Grandmaster. I'm happy to do this. 10 shield on everything for 10 gold, and we do get the ability to get crit and stuff. Well, there's B1, B2 finally. A little late, my friend. A little late.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant or something.
Meh. Interesting. Interesting. That is a win condition. And a pretty interesting one at that. I am going to consider that. I wish that... It's risky. Click the burn skills.
You want to buy this before your enemy does.
I mean, we can't do that. Hotspots. Hotspot's a pretty good idea here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Worst comes to worst, I think it's a good thing to have anyways. Dire Mosquito, whenever you slow haste a weapon. Let's check it. Maybe. You know. We could get Insect Wing. I do want to see just how much we're power drilling. Because we have a lot of burn and we have a decent amount of haste now, too. Yeah, it's just covering a lot of bases. It's covering a lot of bases. I cannot deny. And we also have augmented defenses, so it's going to get ramped. 10. I don't want to be that guy, but we got all this stuff that's lining up for it. And we also haven't been doing too much... Okay. Too much drill. Probably should have sold my plasma rifle, because if I got this at gold, I might play it. I might play it if it was gold. We could drop the lighter at some point and just use this as our tool proc for soldering gun. Okay. But what is our gimmick that we're looking for now? A funny enchant for metronome and lots of status effects. Plasma grenade... Could be one of them. Yeah. Slow all enemy items for 2 seconds. Burn both players. Like, thrusters is interesting for the power drill, too. I think we're done with that. It was a fun little gimmick, but... Give me some health. While also ramping my AUG defenses. And then give me some loot. Treat for Aiden. Okay. A very winning Vanessa. That does probably mean they are a weapons Vanessa. Let's throw up just a little bit more defenses. Cutlass, Shadowed Cloak, Cutlass. Yeah, that'll do her. Why did we get permaslowed? Oh, Chilling Touch, huh? Okay. We might be fine. We're ramping. We're ramping, they're ramping, we're ramping, they're ramping, we're ramping, they're ramping. They win. They're Vanessa, I'm silly. What am I talking about? They win the ramp war. Why would I think that as Dooley I win the ramp fight? What a fool I am! Poop. Well, it's enchant day. Ideally what we want is slows. Like, oh. When you level up, if you have at least 3 tools, upgrade an item of a lower tier. I have 3. I have to take that. Silver AUG defenses. I think we're not playing those. I don't think we're playing plasma. It's an 8-second cooldown. Yes, I know it's a lot of slows for this, but it's like it's an 8-second cooldown, man. Hunker down would be great. Is it necessary? Eh. I guess we might just need a power drill. We might just need to do power drill metronome, but that does mess up my hotspot. I think it's fine. If we just find a Chris Army knife, I guess it's all solved. But then we'd have to drop first Aiden? I don't know. HP. Shielded. We could get like a really interesting enchant on a shield item.
I can forge some for you.
That's a pretty good one. And Armadillo's logical too, but it's... I'm just going to roll for another potential enchant. That's a wild one. Okay. Healing is not what we need. We're going random on the metronome.
Please do me.
Haste. That's the worst one. That is the worst one. It's just... I don't need that status effect, thank you. Okay. It's a Dooley. It could potentially benefit from whenever you shield this gains 10 shield or damage for the fights. And then it shields for that amount too. It's just... That seems fine to me. Could put it on this side. Does it really matter? Sure. All right. What do we got, fellow Dooley? Ballista, rocket launcher, pylon, armored core. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're doing here. I mean, I think we're fine. Ooh. Look at this go. Womp. Yeah, this enchant is... It's not what we want. We want an additional, like, status effect there, basically. So that was a fail, which means we're not really a drill build. I know this sounds copium. Not really a drill build. We're like, a little bit a drill build. Like, I could pivot into... I could drop this and pivot into, like, solar farm instead. How? Like that? I mean, honestly, like this. This is how we would do that. Let's take a look. Is solar farm here? No, we don't have to make the decision. Okay, good. I would have felt bad. I like this. We can get 10 shielding out of it, so it's just a good call. There's some good good skills here. Or there's a good skill and there's a good... Isn't there incendiary rounds is here? It's worth 1 XP. To, like, fish for either this or incendiary. I might just want to haste this, frankly. We might just want to say, screw that. That's a good skill. Burn 17 at the start. That does help us get a faster beginning for the drill. Yes. Whenever you shield your weapons, gain 3 damage per fight. We have to. We have to. I guess we're probably done with that. That's good. That's good, too. The worst possible outcome is 20 gold. And honestly, I wouldn't hate 20 gold right now. 3 diamond loot? What the hell? What? I'm checking Malifang again. Conflict! Now it's awkward. I think we still take it, though. It's an additional, like, it's an additional win condition. So, yeah, if we want this to have the triple cast, which I do, we don't have another tool aside from this. But hotspot is the leftmost item, which, I mean, it is this, but then, like, we're hasting nothing. It's a... Barf. I think it's fine. I think we do that. All right. I mean, we have... So, we have the sharp corners and we have the barbed wire, but the fact we can ramp the power drill with itself now is super good. I think we're fine against a pupper build. That's a lot of shield, though. I mean, we're going to start ramping. That's a lot of shield. So maybe not, actually. We're stacking lots of burn. The burn could potentially... Oh, we were about to get through there. I mean, they've been stacking that all game, and then they got the shielded enchant on it, so... Unfortunate. And then we died to poison, which obviously is the only thing that I don't have good protection over. We could have this be textiles, and could have had this be textiles instead at this point. But, alas, we just got countered, that's all. Yeah, we could try and look for lifesteal, but 2 experience. God, I wish the Enclave Revenant didn't give 4 XP, because they're so easy. And they give 2 more XP? That's so much. That's a free Bazaar con. That is a completely free Bazaar con. I'm now thinking we... God. I'm really thinking we do want to get a Chris Army Knife and then have the soldering gun right here by the metronome. I think that makes more sense. Interesting. I don't think we... it's a 2-slot half metronome is the way to think about it, really.
I would never debase my wares.
I'm on the hunt.
Haggling. Ugh.
It's a very good item.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
That might be a good call. Freeze ICD. I mean, yeah. Getting the freeze internal cooldown on there. Do that. It's a tool now.
You want to buy that?
I think this is okay for now.
Excellent.
We still have a reason to have the burn and the con flag and everything like that. Give me a Mysterious Portal. Wow me, impress me.
My goods are not for the cheap or the cowardly.
Whenever you gain burn, haste your items. It's interesting. If I still had my... Oh, that's a... Oh, it's a turbo Chris Army Knife? Why did it have to be a turbo diamond Chris Army Knife? Okay, we could get to 22. It's just... No. God dang it. Turbo diamond Chris Army Knife. Chris Army Knife, but he costs 32 is basically... That's what that is. All right. If it is Fixer-Upper Pig, we have an Isochoric Freezer on a 2-second cooldown with a 2-second freeze. If it is Toy Pig, we probably just... Ooh! They got a shield enchants for their grand finale. I don't know how this will go. I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. Weird, but we're fine. It was a lot scarier looking than it was in actuality. But... yeah, sharp corner shielded matchbox feels scary. But it wasn't. Okay. Upgrade any item? I would rather take a skill. I don't have a slow. I now have a slow. At least for the first 5 times. Gives me a little bit of an initial burst. We'll take the chocolate bars. Play into the augmented defenses of it all. If we get... Hold on. Okay. I will ditch the core if we get hyperfocus. So yeah, that gives us a lot of help right away. I mean, we got a lot of ramp. It's like a weird defensive angle for this. But, like, considering we completely whiffed on both the enchant we were offered and the random enchant for the metronome, I'm pretty pleased.
If you know you are the best, it's not humility.
When you use a tool, burn 5. Yeah?
You are a quick study.
That's 2 procs there now, man. Impress me. Interesting. Haste your tools for 4 seconds, and your weapons gain 80 damage for the fight. I don't think so. This is actually worth considering. For like right here. And it shields! Wait, and it shields. That's legitimately good. Maybe don't do that. Is this a tool? No, it's apparel. Okay. So we're pretty much on ICD for burn and haste. And we're pretty good on freeze. If we're on IC for haste, does this... I don't know. The soldering gun, it's feeling... Well, it's... No, we like it because grease fire is benefiting... Okay. Whenever this goes off, it burns twice, so that's really good. Yeah, I think this just makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I think we still want the metronome. We could consider getting rid of it at some point soon if we are icy. Ooh, boy. Heavy double barrel with powder flask. They've got gunner. They've got... They've got every freaking flat damage boost under the sun. However, I have oven mitts. Bye-bye. I'm not gonna lie. Drill builds are fun. I'm not gonna lie. Builds that feature drill are fun. I don't think they should go away. I just want Dooley to have other options too. Bazaar hit me with the 2 XP. We basically just want a power level to get to like more enchants so we could potentially get... Ooh. I have to give it a try. First 3 times you shield freeze is too good to pass up. It's gonna be awkward. Okay, now we go to Hamtown. We go to Hamtown. Take him to Hamtown. That does sound inappropriate.
Disregard intel. Target threat level 8.
I can't run a second weapon. I mean, I could. We like smalls. Don't need to do this. I just want to. Make my life a little bit easier. Okay.
You don't have time not to buy this.
It's kind of just like, what if we found some kind of... Yeah, I mean, pylon. Pylon gets good enchants. It's worth, like, potentially fielding later. But, like, I'll probably... If I get a random enchant, I'm probably putting it on the metronome because it hasting for 1 or 2 seconds is irrelevant to me. It's the difference between upgrading it from silver to gold, and I wouldn't care about that. Restorative double barrel. Please, quick. Please, 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 fast. Thank you. Okay, good. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Scourge of the Earth. And by that, I mean just the Vanessa playing the game they feel like. Yeah.
Like my crew says
I
in
would
the
feel
law.
bad if this
Another
wasn't the
round.
only late game build Dooley had. I would feel bad. Okay. Gumball. I think we can get rid of that. I just don't think it's gonna happen, and I don't think that's needed. Isocoric is just kind of better for the purposes we want to use it for. And as far as upgrades go, it's Isocoric or skills, hoping for one of the things that just takes us to the moon. Building Crescendo, if there's a time, it's now. Sure. Whatever, haste freeze. That's another freeze trigger. We like that. Boop. We do need to get a cast off. Like, that's the thing. We need to get a cast off. I do love watching this just go whoop, 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 whoop. It's almost like we have a duct tape. Okay. I'm gonna just look for an Isocoric. Like, at this point, just...
Your aura guided me to what you
Sure.
needed.
Skills... We want to check freeze.
Sells eyes, but I'm far easier on the eye.
I don't have poison. First 4 times, use your slowest weapon. Freeze an item of equal or smaller size, or is it?
You
Yeah.
know that, right?
And then we're just going to go for HP and chocolate. HP and chocolate. HP and shield. It's a Vanessa, who's doing quite well. Same amount of games, won. Oh, God. I think we have pretty good matchups into Vanessas, which is why I think this is a late game build. That's a scary thing to see. They, froze my drill. There we go. The flex board. The flex board into instant kill combo. You know, if they had things on their board to receive the freeze instead of the Lang Xian, I probably lost that fight. Core getting frozen right away, but really the drill getting frozen by the 5-second freeze there is really the problem. And then we go, and then they have no chance. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it's... The gap between how good drill is... Because this is not even... I wouldn't call this, like... This is a drill build, but this was kind of like a fun... Armored core twist on it. Like, very much on the shielded front. That's not usually how you want to do this. You want to have, like, some status effect here, some status effect here. You go crazy, wild, infinite. But this is, like, this was a weird safe armored core version of it. That was, like, almost better against Vanessas than the normal version of Power Drill. You know, from a lockout freeze withstanding, if that is the route you get. I don't know, man. I liked it. I liked it. I played drill and I liked it. What can I say? Again, I do hope that next patch more builds than drill feel like better for Dooley. I do think that, like, of all my time playing Bazaar so far, and I've been playing since you know, open betas or closed beta, sorry, started. and I've been cycling characters the whole time. I don't know if I've felt more restricted on a character than I do on Dooley right now on this patch, which is wild, because he used to be the guy, and it didn't feel like even that much changed, but I think it's just like the nerfs that happened mixed with, I guess, some of the ways that the meta shifted in terms of, I guess, like, I don't know if the kits benefit him too much. It's more that the kits, I think, disproportionately benefit Vanessa. I think is more how it goes. Like, I think that's the thing. I think early XP being harder to get also punishes Dooley. So, like, there's a lot of these changes that punish Dooley to the point where if you just left him the same as he was, like, 3 patches ago, but transported that Dooley to this patch, I don't know, he'd probably be balanced, honestly. He'd probably just be balanced, because there's the aggro Vanessa that's a threat to him. Like, none of that stuff is gonna fly with a double barrel in your face anyways, you know? That stuff doesn't contend with late game fixer-upper pig stuff. So it's kind of interesting. I wonder. Like, losing duct tape, obviously very, very, a very big thing. You can still get it. Was it the right call? I don't know, probably. But I wish we got, like, a on rightmost item use shield version of duct tape that stayed in Dooley's kit or something. But it is what it is. I think that's fine. I think it's completely okay that Force Field got bumped up. I prefer that. I think Force Field's an extremely strong item. Force Field, Spiky Shield. Conceptually, they're absurdly strong. I think that they could start at, like, I think Silver Force Field could be 5 seconds, Gold could be 4, and then Diamond could be 3. There's no reason to upgrade them right now. I think that, like, you could do something like that. That seems like the very logical, like, the logical upgrade path for me. Like, the low-tier version can be worse. The high-tier version could be better. Because Dooley's in this weird spot. As I've always understood it, I thought that Dooley was supposed to be like the late game Rube Goldberg machine character. He has only felt like that in like one patch. He is like the way he was described early on, like before the open beta, that seemed to be his thing. Like, you get to the end game, Dooley's gonna have this wild chain reaction of stuff, and the only time that feels true is when you're playing drill. Or using, oh gosh, they've been out of the game for so long. Fiber optics, which I have not gotten this patch. The entire patch, I've never gotten a fiber optics build, which I didn't think they were that rare, but hey. So, like, I don't know what the answer to this is, but it is kind of weird that it feels like Dooley is actually... He can sort of hold his own in the early game just fine, sort of. Like, Ignition Core is disgusting early. Armored Core can be disgusting early. A lot of weapon boards can be disgusting early. But then you slowly fall off, and the core starts to suck. Like, my core was redundant today. I could have removed it. Let me just be completely blunt. My core was not really improving the build much at all. It was a little, but not a lot. Could have been 2 different items and it would have been better. And the thing is, that is not unique to this run on this patch. I have been wanting to throw away my core most runs, and it's because they buffed it early game, where it was already fine in my opinion, and then nerfed it late game, where it was already weak in my opinion. So it's like, on many of the cores. Like, especially now where it's like, I'm not going to spend all my upgrades on my armored core to get it to diamond anyways, even if it was good. But like, I don't know. It's an interesting situation. I don't know where I'm going with it. It's kind of just like, I wonder what you do. What do you do to make Dooley have late game boards that aren't just power drill? Like, there are definitely some. Yes, you can do dinos, but that's a gold or higher item, Mamasaur. You can't just be like, oh, just do a dinosaur build. It's a gold or higher item. That's not a build. That's something that you hope you can do. if it shows up. Like, or you have to high roll out of your mind with, like, the dragon skills or Necronomicon or something like that. So I don't know how you fix this with just, like, some minor item tweaks here and there. I don't know. Maybe the cores just need to scale better. Maybe it's as simple as that. You have one in every run. Like, some of the cores, it's just, there's no point to upgrade them. The core, it's like, who really cares to upgrade it? Companion core, who really cares? Crit core, who really cares? And you know what the cores that upgrade well are? Weaponized, ignition, armored. Those are the 3 cores that actually seem playable this patch. I don't know. Coincidence? I think not. Alas, though. That is that, and that's going to do it here for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel for more Bazaar every single day, as long as you guys continue to support it. I do not believe I have anything new to mark off here. Pretty sure that was some familiar stuff. Could have done plasma rifle, but at some point. On a patch where Dooley's a little bit less struggling. Thank you everybody for watching. Check out the channel more Bazaar every single day. As long as you guys continue to support, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.